Hello, everybody. We are back again, and we're like, doing pretty well. 2 runs in a row, so to speak. That we landed amongst the stars. Another cane run. Okay, okay. We're gonna get Brimstone again. We'll see. J0AG69S9. Oh, 69, huh? That's a magical number. There we go. We got best friend here, which is going to help with the lack of bombs early on. Hopefully we find some bombs, especially keys. Um, my speaker, well, see, I got this analog to digital converter thing for my speakers, and I didn't know this thing existed, which was you plug in the HDMI source from whatever like device you have it plugged in. So like typically the video and audio is fed through like one wire, but like with what this thing does, which I thought is pretty cool, is it it splits it, so like you still get volume in the picture on the other end of this device. So you get the input, you put the input from the wherever the source video and stuff is coming from, and then you got the other where it's like where you feed it to like some kind of a monitor system. But then also on the output end, you got an option for composite cables and you got an option for optical wire. I've been thinking about getting the more updated version for like 4K stuff, but I don't really have a 4K monitor or whatever. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that for now. But yeah, so far it works pretty well. I get volume out of these speakers now, which is really cool out of my computer. Cause like I did something. I don't know if I did something wrong with the reinstalling that motherboard years ago, or whatever. But like, I just won't play volume out of like any of those ports, coax, standard like whatever stuff for some reason. So this is like my last like attempt to like get volume out of speakers for my computer setup, and it sounds pretty crystal clear, and I was pretty impressed with it. And then I got this also this wire too. I did read the reviews on it. It's like, well, this is not going to work on like a lot of devices that utilizes the aux cable. So it's a optic to coax line. No, not coax. What am I thinking? It's an optical to 3x5, which is like, yeah, aux. That's right. So there's aux and there's coax. And aux is like an aux cable, and it's a lot more commonly, well, they're both commonly used, but like in the sense of like audio and stuff, like plugging it in through a phone, you get volume that way. And like especially with earpieces and stuff. And that coax line is more in the sense of like your internet or your television for like cable and broadband. But yeah, I mean, it's to be expected from the reviews, and then having to come in like it wasn't working on my phone, so it's like that's unfortunate. So instead, I am returning that and getting instead another converter, which is a kind of the opposite of the other one. So it's a and analog to digital, I think, because the other one's digital to analog. So that means I'll feed it. I can feed like whatever, like my phone on one end, and then on the other end would be like my speakers and stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, that should work. I mean, if this other one works pretty well, this one shouldn't use as much power and stuff, and should be fine. Yeah, still breaking the speakers though. I mean, I don't know, like, you know, if they're going to notice much of a difference or not, or I've broken them at this point. We're trapped here. There we go. Oh, Guppy's head, huh? That's tempting. That's tempting. Let's see here. There might be a secret room here. Let's see. Yeah. We might take Guppy's head at this point. Sure, the bombs are nice. Free bombs every 3 rooms, but 2 to 3 rooms, but it's like we might get bombs. I'll take this, and we'll go back up to this. Yeah, I've worked all sorts of different converters, wires, hookup systems, even trying to like plot how this is going to work at times. Just did all sorts of crazy stuff. Because it's all about like patterns. It's like a puzzle, really. The whole thing. It's like you're trying to figure out, okay, how is this going to produce this sound and do this? I projected this picture and that. And, I mean, I did, I remember years ago I had a, what was it? It was like my okay, so I had to figure out about like the VCR to my DVD recorder, to my DVD recorder, to my computer, or something crazy like that, with a hookup. And yeah, just trying to figure this out. It's like, it was actually a little bit more complex than that. There was other stuff to it too. Because, like, I guess when I was told, when I was, like, in diapers, I used to hook up composite cables to the television from the VCR. I don't know, I mean, like, I would think, like, the average kid back then probably could figure it out. It's color-coded, you know? You just put the red one and the white one and the yellow ones to the proper slots, I think. I don't know, maybe it was just me. Maybe I was just lucky I caught on to that. Maybe I was built different. So we got this fly, so that actually is a little bit... I shouldn't be using the fly anyways, but whatever. Well, Steve actually is going to be a little bit better for us. And we'll just take this with us. Okay. Battery charges? No. But this is a good start. My sister, like, she she didn't know how to use like composite cables until like a few years ago. Like actually hooking them up. Which is a bit of a head scratcher. Oh boy. Be careful here. Hopefully get a bomb or something, or a charge. Okay, not. We'll go back in there if we're alive. Yeah, she just couldn't figure it out. Same thing with, I think, HDMI, which is even more surprising. I mean, she's figured it out at this point now, of course. At least I hope so, but I'm pretty sure she's figured it out. I guess it's just one of those things. It's like you think like you assume that people kind of think like you with how to kind of construct that kind of stuff, but in actuality, it's not always the case. It's like, oh yeah, just dirt to dirt, you know. And actuality, they probably don't know beans about something. Okay, well, at least it didn't cost me a bomb for that. At least we got some health from our charge. Oh, it is. Can't believe it's not Butterbean. Yay. Yeah, wires. I mean, obviously, I've had a lot of experience with wires because I'm plugging this and unplugging stuff for years. It's pretty straightforward. There was one time I was cleaning out this oven, and what I forgot to do was like unplug it. It just zapped me pretty good. Didn't kill me or anything, because I'm still breathing here, of course. Unless I'm a zombie, then you better watch out. Okay, so we might go for that. I don't know. Seems like we just keep bouncing around for items here. Alright, okay. So, yeah, I just zapped myself, and it just, yeah, of course it hurt. Did I do it again? No, forget that. And now I mean, I learned a lesson too. It's like, after that, it's like, yeah, I always unplug my, my stove and stuff before I go in there and clean, so I don't touch a live wire or something weird. Get all that caked stuff out of there. Okay, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna like use here. Ooh, now you know. You know. This is kind of a little dilemma here. Because now we got car battery. We can utilize this and get double the payout. And I think that's exactly what we should do. And I think we should use another room to get some bombs too. Years ago too, like I used to like do a lot of like audio checks, audio tests and stuff like that before like, you know, event recording stuff. Make sure everything is kind of like up to par. Okay, another charge. That's nice, nice, nice. And, ooh, careful. There we go. There we go. And so, like, I've worked with people that didn't really understand much of that stuff, which I don't blame them, because for me it was a lot of experimenting and learning stuff online over the years of how to like do this and that with with audio and trial and error. But yeah, it's an experience nonetheless. Went through a few cell phones too, and yeah, just a lot of stuff. I have this wireless doggle thing. It's put on my camera where I can use a remote to remotely photograph and do whatever with, which is nice for like, you know, doing portrait stuff, I guess. I haven't really utilized it so much, but yeah, it's alright. Not a whole lot to say off of it. Now, the device I was thinking about recently that I forgot about in the other videos talking about it, which was the H4n, I think it's called, which is a type of audio recorder, and I like it. I've used it before, and didn't have much time to really play with it, but I know some like ways to kind of like adjust some things to a certain degree. There we go. Gotta deal with the devil, and thank you, not bomb bag, but whatever you are. Okay, health upgrades, nice, nice. I mean, we could have used a strength card for the deal, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, we got some damage. That's nice, real nice. Okay, so it's probably what's going to happen if we're going to take the. All right, you know what? Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty good payout. Okay. I remembered before like finding out about this whole like industry of expensive HDMI cables in retail stores. I bought at least like a couple of those, I think, over the years, prior to finding out like it's a lot cheaper online. And then like the gold-plated stuff, or the platinum plated, or the this and that plated, doesn't really do much when it comes to signal strength and stuff. But they try to advertise that this is stuff's legit. Take it seriously. Buy our stuff. Get the same signal as you do with the regular HDMI. I have like several HDMI cables over the years. They still work pretty well. I like them. Because I used to be like a composite guy. So like red, yellow, blue, or sometimes just yellow and white. And it wasn't until like, let's see here. Yeah, about 10 years ago, I transitioned from that to like HDMI. I was like, this is like heaven. This is like so easy, and it's much clearer. And I had to get a TV too for that, because I had like, of course, just a composite signal for, you know, for that kind of television. Not so much with HD. And same with the players. And I think they probably have newer cables out too for video and audio signals. I think. I can't be for certain, but I know they got like new Blu-ray players for the ultra high Blu-ray stuff, which like I can't even play it on my Blu-ray devices, of course. Um, so I'm not like gonna opt in to get that kind of stuff for a while until like it actually takes off and at least becomes much more affordable to buy the equipment and whatever. Because it'd be kind of pointless to get an ultra high Blu-ray signal on a television that's like over 10 years old at this point. That's not even like 4K or anything crazy. I mean, 4K televisions, they're starting to like get cheaper and stuff, more affordable. But at the same time, it's like this TV works fine, and my computer can't really. It's fairly old too, and it can't really run 4K so nicely, so to speak. It's probably going to come to the point where like it's going to be such more of a demand to have those things to utilize, videos and stuff that I might have to just transition someday. Like if I was still using composite, like, well, no, thinking now, it's like I was using HDMI before. Yeah. So I guess the first time I was using HDMI, I was using it from my computer because it was using HDMI and VGA. And at the time, I decided not to do the VGA option, even though my television can handle it too. Decided instead to just do the HDMI because I had an HDMI. Not sure if I had a VGA or not, but yeah. All that tech stuff and all that. There we go. What we got in here? It's not really worth it too much. At this point, we're doing pretty well. We don't have to worry about curses. Not so much with health. Be nice to get some more damage, even Guppy. I mean, even maybe more Brimstone, but we'll just see. Let's see here. And we can knock this down, I think. Yeah. And it's that, which is an item. Was I not at full Spirit Hearts? Okay, the Fallen, huh? That fly just like tore into him. Get him, fly. You got quite a bit of protection here for the most part. Okay, Succubus is actually really good. Especially a decent damage we've got. And we've also got him as a, we got BFF. You got television now too. It's like, well, from overseas, where it's 8K or 16K, all these different colors. It's crazy. see, we go here. We'll use that. That's nice. But yeah, like constantly developing new ways to like, you know, provide home entertainment. I'm still using DVDs. Not so much with Blu-rays. Blu-rays are okay. They're a little pricier. I don't really buy as many movies either, surprisingly. Like I used to. I've bought very few like digital like releases, mainly because they're not gonna come to DVD by any means. At least for a while, I think. Let's see. All right, we got that. We got this. We'll just mosey on through. Remember when I was a kid, going to the going to some grocery store, and they had like a huge VHS like rack that you can just roll around and see what's available. And that was a huge deal back then, like VHS tapes and stuff. Like 90s was kind of its peak with like people renting out VHS tapes and stuff of popular movies. Like DVD was there for like I think 10, 20 years before that time. But like it wasn't as affordable as we have it now. We'll use that. No money, huh? Okay. 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 Mini boss, whatever. It's whatever. I'm not gonna fight him. At this point, like, we are, like, pretty much set. Just get some damage. Give me maybe some guppy. And just hundreds of things just to make it ridiculously powerful. And I'll be content. 'Cause I'm never content with what I get in this game. There we go. I know I've seen some YouTubers that kind of play this game too. Some are not as like, you know, tickled by, you know, a perfection run as others. But then you got others where it's like they're super nitpicky when it comes to just anything like happening. Even the point where it's like they have this kind of this obsession with like this fascination of thinking like the game is after them, which is kind of interesting take for to say the least. The game is a cold piece of machinery code that has no interest whatsoever whether you get this item or that item, so to speak. You might be able to just pop, you know, whatever. I'm not bothered by that too much. And it's weird. It's just kind of weird, and it's interesting too. It's like you see these different people, you know, reacting in different ways based on how they kind of like interact with these spaces, with these game environments. For me, it's like I'm not too cheesed off with like not getting the right items, or if the run starts to, tip to a certain scale, I don't like it. I mean, I can like kind of vocal my like disagreements to an extent with it, but it's like I'm not going overboard with it. Sometimes like there's been a couple of, I'm not gonna say the names, but like there's a couple of players who I mean, not only they don't really go too much into like, banter for just random stuff, but they also just like really focus on the game and talking about the game, and it's just like don't get me wrong, it's alright and stuff. I mean, it also appeals to a certain audience, of course. It's not going to be appealing to everyone like me. But it's like, for me, it's like over time, it's nothing fresh. It's just this repetitive kind of like dialogue about, oh, we got this item again. I was like, oh, I've heard about this item from you, like, several times. We talk about something new. People, I mean, some people are more into the lines of like more of a dialogue kind of sense of like commentary, and that's been kind of a rise too on YouTube. Do you want to hear more about like some kind of a dialogue going on, or talk about some kind of an issue as like, a video of them playing a certain game is kind of playing in the background, just something, just kind of like focus on both things instead of like just the game strictly. Now when Repentance comes out, that's a different story. Like I guess when people are like new to the game or something, it'll talk more about it, which is fine. I think that's just common human nature, really. It's like you want to express your feelings about these mechanics, trying to figure something out, just all sorts of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, well, there's probably nothing wrong with the other option either, with how you do things with commentary. I'm saying, like, in my perspective, it's like providing more of a deeper connection with your audience as opposed to like doing it so where it's not as engaging, I guess. Yes, they're engaging to a certain extent. It's just, see, what is this? We'll tease. Well, I didn't mean to get that. Well, you know what? This is our last floor, whatever. Blah, blah. We'll take that. Alrighty. We'll take whatever that is. Yeah, there are options. Okay. The poopy poopy. We got the poopy poopy. The poopy scoopy scoopy poopy. Jumper cables is nice. We're gonna get that damage upgrade. We're gonna get that bread. Let's see. We'll go through here. This. Okay. We'll go in here. It's an item. I'll say that. Here we go. But yeah, it's just based on preference, I guess. You just do your thing, I do my thing, everybody does their thing. See how it rolls. And you're not really forced to really watch that kind of stuff too. You just kind of like observe. I think we're good for the next floor. Yeah. Okay, we got Red Mom. Yeah, we got Red Mom. I think it's Red Mom. Yeah. And it's interesting too to kind of think about as well as like some YouTube channels even like do little gimmick stuff, which is kind of interesting inside. It's more of like, I guess that's kind of a balance too when you're doing more strictly talk about gameplay. And then you got like little stuff on the side where it's like becoming more engaging with the community with like different little hobbies. Okay, we got that going on. All right. Oh, this room again. Oh, I've seen you before. Oh boy. There we go. We're good, we're good. Yeah, it's a strange strange thing trying to figure this kind of stuff out. I mean, like, I'm not really into TikTok or anything. Like, I don't know if I can really get into it. Just like with Instagram and stuff, it's just like I can't really get into it. I mean, a lot of it feels really artificial, so to speak, and that's what social media seems to kind of lean to, so to speak, is these like false personas you're trying to like project, or like people try to project onto you. Like when I was working for the elections, there was this woman that I was working with. She had this kind of like this idea that like I could do all these selfies and oh look at me, I'm doing whatever. But it's like, do you need like to have a need to like advertise like, oh, I'm doing something important? I mean, you could tell your friends about it. You don't need to be like, I'm gonna just post this to show off. I mean, granted, like, I'm just getting into a touchy subject, I guess, with this kind of stuff, which is like determining whether something is reasonable to post online for like publicity's sake, as opposed to like whatever. I don't know. Social media, honestly, is extremely tricky to kind of talk about and stuff. But for me, it's like I avoid much of it. I kind of see how it's like done stuff to people, and it's a snake eating itself at times, maybe. But here I'm just doing commentary videos on YouTube. Okay, let's use that. Okay, I mean, we got plenty of keys, so we're not worried about keys. I think we need one more guppy item. I think. These runs just kind of come to a blur here, really. Okay, this room. I got all these sneaky, stomping spiders. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you with my long legs and my short sprints. There we go. Oh, it's you again. Alright. So yeah, it's yeah, we're just kind of panning off the technology and then like off the social media again. I don't know how we got to that point. That went pretty well. Ooh, almost got hit there again. Okay, tiers upgrade. Cool. Uh-huh. We're going to take one of these items because... And we're going to take this. I mean, even though there's a risk somewhat with the bomber fly, it's going to do pretty good deal with damage with the flies and stuff of that nature. Rawr. That's an interesting sound. Rawr. He's like a dinosaur. You even get the tinier ones that are like higher pitched. I've heard of those ones. Money, 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 money. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that bank. What do you guys think of how social media is going to be in the next like 10 years? Got so many variety of options. Like right now. Like YouTube has been around for like a very long time. Long time, I mean like 15 years? 16 years? Something like that? And it was like 05. 16 years, yeah, this year. No, maybe we shouldn't pan anymore with that social media stuff. I mean, it's everywhere, of course. I guess we talk about the run just a little bit. It's going pretty well, looks like. Obviously got plenty of defensive items. It's Kane, I mean, Kane's pretty lucky. Oh, I guess I got a surgery coming up pretty soon. Removing those wisdom teeth. That's gonna be fun. I had one wisdom tooth removed, but that one was at the time stuck to my jaw, so it was so I guess some people, they have their mouth is starting to form and stuff. Some people may have an issue where it's like they have their jaw kind of fused with that tooth. And so they had to do something with me, which was like, instead of like just ripping the clean out, which they couldn't do, unless they want to rip my whole jaw out, they had a drill and then they had to saw it off, which, I mean, I was under anesthesia because I decided at that point, like, no, I don't want to be awake for that. Not that I'm uncomfortable with dental surgery or surgery in general. It's just that when I had another tooth removed the year before, it I decided to stay awake for that because of issues with the tooth and the timely matter. And yeah, a lot of breaking and snapping and crunching noises. Just all sorts of stuff. It was just annoying. And making sure like my mouth stays numb. Make sure I don't feel pain and then getting more injections to eliminate that pain. There's a lot involved. It was just annoying. So part of that's annoying. So part of it too is like, I don't know if I feel really comfortable being awake, removing the remaining 3 wisdom teeth anyways. So, but they did say that unlike that one I got removed, the other ones, they're all gonna come out pretty clean. So that's great, because after they took out my last one, I had a lot more swelling, a lot more pain and stuff. So they said for these remaining ones, I'm gonna have a lot less of that. So that's good. Gotta get my dental cleaning scheduled too, because I had that done last month. That's another thing I read about too recently, how abrasive toothpaste is anymore, which means like how they can easily destroy the enamel. So like whitening toothpaste, any whitening products, including like activated charcoal, you don't want to put on your teeth like at all. Now this is an interesting looking thing. We'll go back to this. Hopefully he doesn't like bite us in the bud. And just have some fun with this run. This run is really powerful at this point, so once we go through the Isaac fight, at least we get a little bit of buffer with items in the future. But yeah, like, they put all sorts of stuff in there. I mean, peroxide and all that's all good for you for like disinfecting and whatever. But with teeth, they found that like it can like do stuff to it, like your enamel, real bad. Whitening toothpaste do the same thing too. So like, it eats away your enamel. That's how it makes your teeth whiter, and you can never get that enamel back. So game over with that, so to speak. So a couple weeks ago, I got some recommended toothpaste, and it has the least amount of like abrasive stuff in it, which is nice, of course. It's going well with it so far. It's a little bit sensitive on the right side of my mouth from it, but I'm not sure if that's just the toothpaste or something's going on. But I think the only way that it's safe to like whiten your mouth is doing like a bleaching option, like at a dental office, which costs quite a bit. And I mean, I'm not too worried about my teeth being a certain shade and stuff. As long as they function and they're not like too messed up looking, they're fine. I mean, they look pretty good for me, for my age. You know, another thing too is whitening strips are bad for your enamel. I found too. I remember seeing like a label on Colgate, I think it was, where it's like, oh, dentists, studies or something like that, they said, were like, let's squeeze on through here because I do not want to go in the void. What do we got here? Oh, okay. Anti-gravity, huh? Alright. It's gonna be one of those, huh? Damages are right. I mean, at least we got some good health. Hopefully our items a little bit merciful. Okay. 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 I mean, that's alright, I guess. Looks like we... Oh, yeah, we got the tarot card. Okay, and we got a general idea where to go now. Or more like a straight path now. Okay, the eyeballs actually makes it even better. That's nice. There we go. Sticky bombs. Our bomb synergy stuff has returned again. Okay. What would be nice too is kind of like from the challenges is like not only anti-gravity, but it's like the magnetic tears. At least get them sucked up as we run for our lives. Okay, we go up this way. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Let's take it a little easy. Our damage is okay, but then we got rid of a lot of stuff in the process. But it's fine. Good stuff. It's fine. Another thing too is like, been going to chiropractor. Not recently, but like, because he's been having me do some posture exercises, and those are like so underrated. Because like, they just work wonders with like the pains and stuff like that, and like, I try to be conscious with like setting up straight and standing up straight and walking straight. It gets tricky though. You're just so used to that bad habit. It's all tied to all sorts of different health functions too. It's crazy. I had a chiropractor I was going to look into one time, and went to their office. And they were trying to charge me like over $600 or $800 out of pocket, and they refused to charge my insurance, which was highly unusual. And they refused to do just strictly, popping and, exercise routine, like whatever. They wanted like a bunch of other stuff that was like extremely unnecessary. Did the x-ray stuff, and they're saying like this was going on with it, but by the time I left them, because I didn't pay with didn't want to go along with their program, they gave me a free x-ray, so whatever. I mean, the one I went to had like much more experience, much more years under his belt. And he can just feel what's wrong with you. It's like, oh, yeah, you got this going on. And he'll do like a minor like popping with a tool and stuff. And he'll notice if something's been improving or not improving. He's telling me about like the x-rays too. Is like, you can't tell because like it's blurry in some parts. But they're trying to make it out as though it's like something corrosive your joints, which what he was telling me was like my joints and everything else, especially my back and hips, they're perfectly fine, they're healthy. So either it's a misinterpretation from the first office, or they're just trying to like scare me to join them. I think it's the latter. Well, I mean, I seen right through them, and it's like, no, I'm not, I'm not interested in your services anymore. That's the thing. It's just like you got to be kind of informed somewhat with like these kind of opinions people give you with that kind of stuff, especially if it interacts with your health. You know, do your research and stuff. Just determine what's like right and what's healthy to you, what's comfortable to you. This double cage room is a little nasty. Oh, we might be able to pull through here. You just gotta be extra careful, but I think we got plenty of health around the floor if we survive this room that we can like withstand this room. I haven't been in a chiropractor for a few months, and it's I mean things have been turning out well. Nothing's broken, nothing's hurting too much. I mean it's hurting because like I'm trying to get used to like these. Oh boy. Okay, we got the health. Alright. We need to go in there and like get him out of that state because it's like knocking me out. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have re-rolled that run. But it is what it is. Oh my word. Oh my word. What's going on here? Okay, get out of there. Get out of the metal. Get out of the metal. Oh. Wow, I ran into that. We were so close, but you know what? There's kind of a thing where it's like yeah, our run was good and stuff until we re-rolled, but it's like sometimes there's a thrill. Sometimes there's fun when it comes to like re-rolling everything and see what you get, and just kind of like try to build with that. And we got pretty far. We got right to the end, and then unfortunately we didn't make it, but it is what it is. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys next time, and just like and subscribe.